Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to the Celestial Healer Weapon Mastery loadout and skill point video. Now, this video is going to be showing you the loadout I'm using, also showing you the weapon mastery I'm using, and I'll quickly go through the skill points and you can see how I've spec'd it so far. Now, with Celestial Healing, it's a very combo-based healing power, so you don't actually get much chance to use your weapon masteries. Even though I have gone and got it, because there's going to always be some points where I'm not going to be able to, I'm not needed to heal as much, so I'm going to do my weapon masteries and have some fun with it. Other than that, I'm going to be mainly healing and use my combo powers to do damage. But still, you know, it's always good fun to have the weapon mastery set up. So anyway, let's go to the power points. So in the blessed tree, I have power points in Smite, Admonish, Benediction, Divine Light, Renew, Blessing, and Consecrated Ground. I'll explain that one in a bit. And then in the curse tree, I have power points in Haunt, Curse, Blight, Malediction, Wither, and Consume Souls. And the iconics, Miracle Worker, and Empathic Healing. Okay, so now to the loadout. Now, my loadout is Renew, Admonish, Consume Souls, Divine Light, Blessing, and Malediction. Now, this is a personal preference how I've done this. My combo for Renew is I do combo Renew into into Curse. Because, well, what this does, right, is it instantly restores health to you and emerging group meta. Your target will be healed each time you, your target will take damage each time you are healed by superpowers in the next 6 seconds. So this means, what it does is, it's a single target heal, and it's also a single target damage skill. So when it comes to an add, I'm going to use the skill, do some heal, also put a dot on that target, and whenever I use a superpower with, well, basically a healing power for my loadout within the next 6 seconds, that target's going to take damage. So basically what I'm doing is I'm doing healing, and I'm also doing some single target damage. Okay, then I have Admonish into Blight. Now this is our group healing skill, but with the skill it does it's basic close range AoE damage skill. So we're going to be doing some nice healing for our group, but also we can get some nice damage in a big group of adds or bosses if we're close enough to them, which we don't really want to be in a raid, but in alerts, duos, we can get away with it. And this is pretty much our group healing over time. Then we have our Divine Light. Now what this does is puts just think of it as like glyphs, but basically like markers near people, and when they're standing near these markers on the floor with basically like gold glyphs, gold markers, they can take big healing over time, which is basically, it's a really nice skill. Now there is no combo to these ones, just our healing over time and our massive healing over time for when people are near these glyphs. Then we have our group shield, and then we have our not only is it a buff, it's also a heal. It's Malediction into Benediction. So what this does is basically we're not going to deal damage and stuff now. This combo will do single target damage over time when we use it, or buff our group, so they get some nice critical attack damage. But the thing we're looking for is you receive healing over time to a portion of the damage dealt. So, and this works for everyone. As we're doing our weapon combos, or I should say construct healing combos from this, we're taking the benefit from it, and we're going to be healing other people over time from the damage we're doing. It's not much, but every bit helps. So that's pretty much the loadout. The weapon mastery I am using, well, so first of all, that's flight, is actually hand blasters into bow, which is the explosive shot. Now I'm using this just for a bit of fun. There are other ones you can use which are quicker, but I like this one because explosive shot does nice damage when I'm buffed, or other people in the group are buffed. I've hit like 2.6k crits with explosive shot with this weapon mastery, which is really good for a healer. So I can do nice damage from it if I'm not using my construct heals. So literally what I've done is obviously I've gone and put 20 skill points into it, included the weapon attacks needed, which tells you up here. Got my healing chance, got the rester, got the dominance to unlock that one. Then I went to bow, did the same, got the weapon attacks needed, which tells you in this corner. Got my heal, got my resto defense to unlock that. Then what I did is I went back to hand blasters, put a point in it to unlock my mastery. And then what I did is I went through each tree, and in the top row I went and got each of my critical healing magnitudes and critical healing chances. Well, that's another critical healing magnitude. Critical healing chances. So I got my weapon masteries set up, and then I went and got all my critical healing chance and critical healing magnitude. And then when all of those are done, I went back to my masteries and put points in the plus 30 resto at the bottom, Nate, in hand blaster and in bow. And then with the skill points left over, oops, sorry about that. I literally would be looking to do the same. Well, it's fine if I actually had enough skill points to do it. Yeah, as you can see here. So what I did after that then, with the remainder of skill points, since I had my primary weapon mastery set up, I got them, got the combo, got my critical heal chance, magnitude, and then I went back and put skill points in the plus 30 resto and 8s in the hand blasters bow. And then after that, with the remaining skill points, I went and started working into speccing into the other trees to get the big innates at the bottom. So I went into the staff, put the 20 skill points in, so I got the resto, the defense, just on the innates at the bottom to get the plus 30. And that's pretty much what I started doing in other trees as well. If I did do it with others, if I didn't have enough, if I had enough skill points left over, probably didn't, because I've only got like 131. See, my next one is I'm working on brawling. So I've gone around, I've already got the critical heal chance, so I'm started working with the dominance, the resto. When I get more skill points, I'll put them in where needed to unlock the innates at the bottom to get the plus 30 resto, and that's what I'm going to keep doing with the rest of the trees. And what the weapon mastery looks like is literally, well, it's hold, tap, hold. So literally it's hold, tap for solar flare, hold for explosive shot. Simple fun and quite nice damage. And then we have our we have a single target heal. So literally it's renew, which is renew, tap melee, tap range. And then we have admonish, which is admonish, tap melee, hold range. And then we have our group heal over time. Now the good thing about that is it heals all NPCs as well. But be careful when you're in the teaser lurks. Holy crap! If you do that when there's a big group of ads around, and there's also loads of NPCs on your side, and you heal them with this, all the ads will come flying for you. Trust me, I found that out the hard way. And then we have Divine Light, which, as you can see, it puts golden glyphs or markers around the area, and it heals everyone standing near them. So when you see these, stand near them. We have our group shielding, which only works for you and 3 other people. And then we have Malediction into Benediction. So tap range, hold range. Puts a critical chance on, which will tell you in here. It gives a critical ability chance, critical weapon attack chance as well for 12 seconds, which is quite a long time, and it's a nice buff for you. And any damage, or I should say a portion of the damage you are doing with your weapon and well, weapon mastery, also your heal construct combos, a portion of that gets damaged, gets healed over time for you and your allies. As I say, it works out really, really well. Plus also, which I forgot to mention, is a PowerPoint I put in Consecrated Grounds for. Basically, it's a 50% supercharge, creates a glyph that prevents most incoming damage to you and your allies while standing within the area. I think this effect lasts like 15 seconds, and it's really, really good for the T6 slot, especially if you got 2 DPS instead of a tank or something. I put this near them, they go melee, and it reduces the damage they're taking, making my job, less stressful as a healer. Which then basically think, yeah, but what skill would you replace it for? I just simply take out, let's find Consecrated Grounds first. I would put Consecrated Grounds in for Malediction, because that's pretty much the one that we can afford to lose. So literally, when it comes to boss fights, I would just literally do that. make the most of Consecrated Grounds. Obviously, when it comes to boss fights, if I don't have a supercharge, I'm just going to stick with Malediction into Benediction. But anyway guys, that's my loadout, that's the weapon master I'm using, that's the reason why I'm using these skills, also that's how I've spec'd my skill points. And my character's facing like the opposite way, I think it's a bit camera shy, there we go. So anyway guys, let me know what you think of the loadout. Is there anything that you think could be that you recommend could be better, you know, such and such? Please let me know. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope this video helps you guys out. So until next time guys, I'll see you then.